Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Psychic Medium Ray. Welcome back, my rays of light. If you're listening to this, I'm going to be doing a reading on the CEO of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, or Thomas, whatever his name was, sorry. And also on Luigi Mangione or Mangione. I don't know if I said that right, Mangione. Um, but I also want to say thank you to all of my rays of light that have got me something off of my Amazon Christmas wish list. This is one of them, the psychic sign. I love it. I have it up there, and I'm so grateful again to each and every one of you for any gifts that you've sent. And if you haven't, you're not obligated to. I'll drop my link below if you can and you want to. There's still time. You can get something from my Amazon wish list, but again, it's not needed. All right, so let's get into this reading and see what is coming up. What were the true intentions? So far we know that he supposedly had back surgery. He was a very intelligent young man, etc. And he came behind the CEO while the CEO was, I believe, in New York, and fired at gunpoint, range in his back, and that CEO died. So that's what we know. Hold on one second. Let me just look up something really quick here, because I always like to correct myself. And so there's been a lot of fears in the community. Yeah, Brian Thompson. Yes, was the name of the CEO. See, I wanted to make sure I said it correctly. So a lot of fears among this person. Let me just tighten it. Okay. And what how he passed and whatnot, or what were the motives? A lot of people are believing that Luigi did this because he wanted to prove a point. But I think that's a lot darker and a lot deeper than we actually know. And so let me just position this. So we're going to get into it and see what comes up in this reading about the passing of of Brian Thompson. Why was he killed? And obviously, people that are CEOs, people in the community are afraid, and I feel like there's a lot of reasons to be. So hope you guys have been well. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's dig deep into this. All right. So first thing I get here is the Nine of Pentacles, which again for me, I feel like this is about money of some sort, and again power and control. Despite what the news is reporting, the news channels and whatnot, I feel like somebody gave him the orders to do this. It wasn't just himself. There's another person involved. Again, I feel like he was also debating whether or not he wanted to carry this out in the days leading up to the assassination or the murder of the CEO. I do feel like his plan was to go to another country or flee to another country after doing this. He tried to talk himself out of it, but I also feel like demonic negative energy all around this. I do feel like Luigi had a lot of there was a lot of, and I hate to say this is sickening, a lot of emotional fulfillment and gratification out of getting this. He very much mimics, and again, I'm not a person from the FBI or anything that knows about the patterns and the thirst that some of these serial killers have, but I do feel from a spiritual level, what I picked up on was like there was a lot of thirst and a lot of satisfaction in carrying this out. And I do feel like this kid has had this guy Luigi has had a lot of like moments where like I feel like in his life he's used to having his way and having things like very entitled. but this is obviously how how I see it is like he had his run of health problems, etc. And I do feel the spirit of Brian Thompson is around now. I don't feel that Brian Thompson was necessarily a good person. But he didn't deserve this. Obviously, no one deserves this kind of stuff to happen to them. But I do feel like he was isolating himself with his ideologies, with his beliefs, and also with a lot of the shady stuff that he was doing with his finance. So there's a lot of crooked energy around Brian Thompson. Also, is a very nasty person, sometimes in his own personal dealings with other people. Again, this is allegedly what I'm seeing from Spirit, but I feel like he tried to be a family man, or like there was stuff about like being, family being important. And I see a woman, so I don't know if there was a wife, that he left behind and children, but I just feel like the death card kind of highlights like what happened here. It's very chilling that's coming out, and also the work that he was putting in. There was going to be some work that was going to shake up that company in itself, and there's a lot of mourning, of course, now that he's gone. But I pick up a lot of anger. Is what I'm feeling with Brian. I'm sorry, with Luigi, and I'm feeling also like somebody else powerful either paid or there was something about helping. And what's weird is that this person, Luigi, has regrets deep down, but the demon inside of him, the stuff that he has, the anger he has, changed him, completely. Was he possessed when he did this? It's very possible, but I feel like again he wasn't. I feel like this is a crime of passion. He wanted to be well known. He wanted to do something, and I feel again like there's a lot of money that's going to be coming from this, like book deals and things, just like they did with Gypsy Rose. I feel like because if you notice the internet, and I'm going to state the obvious fact, yes, he's hot, you know, and that's sick to say because he is a killer, but I mean he is very very attractive, and I think that a lot of people have idolized him or have put him up in this pedestal that he's very hot, blah blah blah. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he's a killer and he murdered a person. No one deserves to go out like that. So I do see like money and deals coming to him from this, and I do feel that this has hurt his family a lot. There's a lot of disappointment, a lot of heartbreak, as well as friends and stuff. And in some weird way, there's a lot of hurt people out there that don't want to see this hot killer or guy in prison. It's just it's weird. So there's a lot to be said here, but I do feel like he was a very depressed person. I feel like he opened himself to all this energy, and I feel like he was a very difficult person too. A lot of trouble when it comes to love in his life. I feel like there was two other people that he might have been talking to or was interested, at some point in his life. Because remember, he's fairly young, but I do feel like this is the end of the road basically for him. And I feel like his life is very chaotic. His energy is very chaotic, and wherever he goes, ends up incarcerated. I really do feel like they need to keep him on surveillance or like high maximum security because I feel like he's capable of snapping and hurting other people. I just feel like he's like that. I do feel like this person was somebody he researched and knew the whereabouts and was again it was very thought out and planned. It wasn't something where, oh, it's a crime of passion, he just happened to know or stumble upon this person. No, he was stalking this guy like his prey, and he had a lot of false again names and IDs, etc. It's almost like he was obsessed with this guy, and I wonder if down the road there's going to be a revelation and maybe he was impersonating or having a relationship with Brian. I know that sounds crazy and they might cover it up, but it's almost like I see the lover's card in reverse. So maybe there was a rejection. Maybe he was bisexual like they say he is or in the closet. It doesn't matter, but I'm bringing it up in the purpose of this reading. It's like he had this sexual obsession, I feel like with the CEO of United Healthcare. So it could be like either they were, he was contacting him and presenting himself to be like a woman, and you know what I mean? And in that kind of situation where Brian found out, again, a lot of people might say no, but I just feel like Luigi kept impersonating this kind of like multiple he had multiple personalities. Maybe he's on the spectrum of bipolar, but was also impersonating like a female, or like he had thoughts of like what it would be like. So again, I feel like there was some communication with this person. I mean, how else do you explain that he knew the whereabouts and everything? Yes, he knew there was going to be a seminar, etc., but you have to be very well in. And this is where I say there's another person involved. Was it something where someone within the company itself was friends secretly with them, and it might come out later, but I feel like there's somebody else with money. And remember, Luigi came from money, and I think there's a lot more revelations here, but I do feel that there, on some level, there is some regrets, but also I do feel like he continues to lie. He's going to lie about all of it, and he'll come out into the open. But I do feel this was planned by two people, or like Luigi and another person, because this now, with the passing of the CEO, brings forward somebody else to step into that position. And who was the next in line, or who's going to be the next CEO or take over that company. There's a lot of questions, a lot of uncertainty, but I don't see the United Healthcare closing down anytime soon. But I do feel that there's some more revelations that will come from this. So it's all about money and power here, but also corrupt greed and some demonic energy, like I said, all mixed into one. But I feel like his energy was all over the place. But I feel, like I said, there was some kind of communication with the CEO before it happened. And I feel like there's somebody in the company that knows more than they're letting on. Because again, somebody wanted him gone or eliminated from that position. He willingly was not going to go. But again, Brian Thompson, like I said, had a lot of shady dealings as well. And he screwed people over, is what I feel, to get to the top. So there's definitely um some things that he did that would have created enemies, but again, no one does anything that I feel like should bring about this kind of situation. It should never get to that level. But that's what I see and I hear. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and if you have any questions, I'm sorry, if you have any suggestions of any other people you want me to read, please drop a comment in the comment section below. Other than that, I wish y'all a very Merry Christmas if I don't do another video between now and then, which I should, and a Happy New Year. And again, all my readings are 40% off now. It's my latest sell, including my online psychic and mediumship development courses and my tarot courses. They're all 40% off. So go to www.raymondguzman.net/readings to book your reading today. All right, guys, I love you. Until next time. Bye.